Oh, so I don't see a lot of men covering Shoe0nHead, and I believe she brings a lot of valid points. So I want to give my perspective on this, and that's pretty much all there is to that. Screech again here for those of you who are new to the channel and me and my bullshit, as I'll put it. But yeah, we're also going to be listening to this, I think, at 1.5 speed. Right now I have it 1.5 speed because it's a 30-minute video and I don't want it to be too long. Maybe we'll try 2x because she sounds normal at 1.5 for the small little bit I did of this. So let's see how that sounds. All right. And I didn't want her to look like all derpy like she did a second ago. So rewind and
So if you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard that.
Ooh, that's too fast. Okay, yeah, we're going to go back to 1.5.
So if you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard that Sydney Sweeney was in an American Eagle commercial.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Get it?
Like, I don't see, like, everybody's calling outrage for this, and like, I don't know, maybe it's because, like, not to date myself, but like I was born in the 90s. It's always been blonde-haired, blue-eyed people on all the ads up until like the 2000s, in my opinion. I mean, hell, half of Playboy was blonde-haired, blue-eyed women on the covers. So I don't know if maybe it's just because I'm so used to it, but like, it just feels like hate for hate. I also don't think she's that hot in makeup, let alone out of makeup. But that's me personally. Shoe0nHead's more attractive than Sydney, in my opinion.
Genes, because she's attractive. And she is. I can see why men like her. She has a really cute face and a nice body. But personally, my favorite thing about Sydney Sweeney is that she's a Nazi. Did they?
Like, yeah, like I said, it's a play on words. I get that, but I don't know. I don't know.
To include a bunch of Nazi dog whistles in this? How the f did she agree to this? Actual Nazi ad. The only way Sydney Sweeney would be okay with doing an ad like this is if she was a Nazi.
This is Nazi shit.
And I agree with this banner here because I broke. I agree with this banner right there. Because back in the 90s, early 2000s, it was all fitness, fit women, stuff like this. And then there was the great change of body acceptance. And then you have all these plus size models and everything. And now we're going back to, no, it's fit women. Being big, being plus size is unhealthy for like 99% of the people because that's a choice and not a health reason. Their words, not mine. So yeah, I see this as being the war on the typical, stereotypical hot women. I don't have hand tracking, otherwise I would do air quotes for y'all. Sorry.
Stop the ad! That is being racist!
Some of you guys might be too young to remember, but back in the day when an ugly girl was jealous of a pretty girl, she would simply call her a whore. But that's a good thing now, so we have to call her racist. I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea what movies Sydney Sweeney is in. All I know, she is a very popular celebrity, and I always see discourse on Twitter about her being mid.
I'm sorry, that's just... her face looks like somebody that I know and from like the movie genre, and I don't know who it is. To me, like, the first person that comes to my mind is Kate Upton, who is way more attractive, and it's like she's a worse version of Kate Upton. I don't know, she's just not, to me, she's not attractive.
What is wrong with you people? Who is not mid nowadays? I saw Anne Hathaway get called mid the other day.
Anne Hathaway is anything but mid. That woman is phenomenal.
Anne Hathaway. If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab on the bottom.
Shoe, you are better looking than half of Hollywood.
The ocean. Horseshoe crabs are pretty base, though. 445 million years, no evolution. That's me. Millions of years on YouTube, no evolution. Sydney Sweeney has like a fun, bubbly personality. She seems like she enjoys being feminine, and it seems like she doesn't hate men, which is a big plus. She really plays into the, like, I'm a hot blonde bombshell, I have big titties thing, which, are we back to liking titties as a society?
That's the problem. The boobas. Which, I mean, okay, so these pictures don't do whoever this is justice.
Kardashian deflate her ass recently. That's how I knew the ass fad was over. The fall of Kim Kardashian's ass and the rise of Sydney Sweeney. Besides, ass, titties, no, I don't objectify women. I respect women, okay? The only thing that matters to me is a woman's mind. And thighs. What is like the male body equivalent?
She knows. She knows.
To this debate, abs or arms? Personally, I love a good forearm. I love a good, nice, thick, manly wrist. And you know what looks great on a wrist? A watch. Which brings us to today's sponsor, Holzkern. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we get into today's video, shall we?
She's getting good at this.
Holzkern is a young Austrian company that creates unique watches, jewelry, and accessories using all natural materials like wood and stone. Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women, making them the perfect choice for any style or occasion.
Ooh. Sorry to pause your ad read, Shoe, but
Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women, making them the
that one's dope as fuck. Like, I'm not big into watches, but like, maybe.
perfect choice for any style or occasion. All of Holzkern's products are manufactured in small quantities to ensure responsible and ethical production, while making sure each item is built to last. I personally love the kaleidoscope watch with the little flower design on the pearl dial. I think it is so beautiful and so cute. I'm obsessed with it. The glass is made of sapphire crystal, making it scratch resistant, while the strap is crafted from koa wood, and it's water resistant as well. There's also the Moonrise watch, which is made from genuine white marble and stainless steel. It shows the weekday, date, and even the current moon phase, which is really cool. I think all their products make very beautiful gifts, and since they're all made from natural materials, they're all very unique. All their items come with a 2-year warranty, and ordering online is super easy with free worldwide shipping within 5 to 9 business days. And if you're in the US, don't worry, Holzkern handles the custom feeds for you, so no unexpected drama there. Just click my link in the description below and use my special discount code SHOE to get 15% off your order. Plus, if you additionally sign up for their free premium club membership, you'll get access to exclusive products, special discounts, and early pre-sales. But if you only want to check things out for now, no pressure, you can just sign up, come back later, and you'll still get a special discount on your first purchase. So if you're looking for a unique gift or just want to treat yourself to a nice watch, I highly suggest checking out Holzkern. Big thank you to Holzkern for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get back to it.
My video is not sponsored by Holzkern. Just saying.
My jeans are brown. Sounds like I shit my pants. A woke outrage.
I was thinking that making a joke, but she did it for me. Cancel culture mob goes ballistic over Sydney Sweeney.
Over Sydney Sweeney's ad has gone from, well, bad to worse.
Some people have taken issue with the phrase great genes being used over images of a blonde, blue-eyed woman.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, I saw that he had made comments. I never saw the video clip of it. And the comments made it sound like something else. That video, however, I love it. That's back to me, like, not a Trump supporter, by the way, but back in the day, people used to get on Michael Jordan because he wouldn't say anything against, I think it was the Democratic Party. It might have been the Republican Party, though. But anyways, if it was the Democratic Party, his response was Democrats buy shoes too, or Republicans buy shoes too, like whatever case it was. And it's like, that's basically Trump's response. If she's a Republican, I love it. If she's a Democrat, fuck off. I can't fault Trump for that. Like, that's good marketing on his part.
And Twitter absolutely blew up with thousands and thousands of people calling this ad fascist propaganda. Yes, they literally took the jeans and jeans pun to be some kind of Nazi dog whistle because Sydney Sweeney is an attractive blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman, which apparently has been an extinct species for so long in advertisement that when people saw this, they got scared and thought they saw the ghost of Hitler. Is Sydney Sweeney a Nazi? No. But do these people kind of have a point about this ad? Also no, they are unwell. But let's hear them out. Let's watch some of these TikToks. Let's listen to them.
You should not be drinking that much Monster. I'm just saying, like, that can't be good for you.
Points. We're not going to be mean. We're not going to own the libs, okay? We are going to hear them out.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's Nazi propaganda.
Holy 2014 Tumblr. What the f? Out here looking like she walked straight out of a Stone Toss comic. Looking like you're going on the thumbnail of this video. Listen, if your bangs end in the middle of your forehead, you don't have to tell me your political opinions.
Shoe. I know yours are curved, but careful.
I know them. I can tell. Okay, sorry. I got it out of my system. Let's continue.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
So this commercial was apparently a reference to an old Brooke Shields commercial from the 80s.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Oh my.
Told you, hot women were the thing back then. But at least now we know it's plagiarism, the American way.
God, she turns into a swastika. She was like 14 in that ad.
What?
Generations. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Oh my God, she turns into a swastika. She was like 14 in that ad, by the way. Really creepy. So at least Sydney Sweeney is of legal age. 14 is actually pretty old for Brooke Shields, if you know.
I mean, yeah, her and I think it's Angelina Jolie. Like, there's a movie where she's technically a child. Well, not technically, she is a fucking child. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know the movie if y'all pay attention. I've never seen it. Like, no, I've seriously never seen it. I'm not a fan of Angelina Jolie either. She did Tomb Raider, and that's about it.
History and her lore. If anything, that is the most f***ed up thing about the Sydney Sweeney ad, referencing an old ad of a child star who was abused by Hollywood. But yeah, it was a callback to an old commercial. And Sydney Sweeney is the current day hot celebrity, so they chose to do it with her. They unfortunately failed to consider the fact that in current year, white people are not allowed to say that they have good genes because that is Nazi propaganda.
A blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster.
A white, blonde.
I mean, the Nazi propaganda poster thing, like, yeah, that's true. But, like, there's things that other people have said that are just like, are you fudging serious?
Blue-eyed, Hitler's wet dream, talking about how much she loves her genetics. It's not just giving eugenics, it's giving male fantasy.
I like how eugenics and being attractive to men are like equally terrible things to these people.
Sydney Sweeney's jeans ad is giving ethnic steak propaganda. It is giving dystopian. It is giving 1940s Germany.
Why do they all speak the same? Why do they all do the same? They all say the same. It's giving.
I bet you they believe in communism. And if that didn't tell you where I feel about that, go watch The Fat Electrician.
It's giving.
Put a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, fair-skinned woman in an ad and say she has good genes. I don't know if I can say this, but it's literally giving Nazi propaganda.
It's giving. Also, the flesh-colored microphone? Why? It's giving okay? It's giving It's giving
I can't believe I actually have to explain this, but there is a reason that they picked a girl named Sydney Sweeney for this ad, and it's not just her blonde hair and her blue eyes. Sydney Sweeney is laying with her German Shepherd dog in this shoe.
Okay, I've seen some of this, and like, I'm all for conspiracy theories here, but this is the best one, I think, out of all the ones I know about. If it wasn't for the fact that it was her real dog, from what I've been able to find out. Like, that's her legit, actual puppers that she owns.
Her name is Sydney Sweeney, so her initials are SS.
Yeah, like, see, that's the thing right there. Like, oh, you're going to go Nazi and her initials are SS. It's like, oh, that's prime conspiracy.
Intentionally included her German Shepherd dog in the photo shoot.
Oh my God. Take your meds. Meds. Her name is Sydney Sweeney. Her initials are SS, like the Nazis. The dog is a German Shepherd, German, like the Nazis. Are they putting crack in birth control nowadays? What is going on? She is a hot woman. She's a hot woman because of the way she looks.
Actually, I think less and less women are taking birth control, honestly, so maybe that's part of the fucking problem.
She looks the way she looks because of genetics. She has great genes. That is how a normal person sees it. She's blonde and has blue eyes and her initials are SS and she has a German Shepherd. That's how a schizophrenic, politically brain-rotted person sees it.
Hi, thanks for calling American Eagle. This is Jess. How can I help today?
Hi, I am a marketing student and was wondering if I could speak to someone who could maybe give me some insight as to what estimated return on investment there has to be willing to use white supremacy and eugenics as your marketing campaign.
You know, you might have actually got somewhere if you would have come at it a little softer. It's like the whole marketing student thing, even if you're lying to them, that's a good, like, oh, hey, we're going to help out a college kid and stuff like that. Could have actually done them some good, and then they could have got screwed over in the end. But no, you had to come out like a raging asshole.
On a marketing campaign.
Harassing some poor worker. Doesn't even fucking speak English. Has all to do with the commercial. These people are sick.
Yes, I recently saw American Eagle's eugenics marketing campaign where they used that white blonde girl and talked about how good her genes were in a...
Oh, God, like that white boy. You... Stupid people. I mean, it is from TikTok, so.
Time where racism is rampant in the U.S.
I see. Thank you for taking time to share your feedback.
Why are you bothering this random ass Filipino woman with your West Wing ass TED talk? Nobody gives a
Okay, so there's no way to, as a student, I can't learn about when eugenics makes sense in marketing? No one on the marketing team can talk to me about that?
I mean, this is going to come across as like a horrible take, but if it makes you money, that's when you use it in business. It sucks. Just, that's how it is. Business is cutthroat. Whatever's going to make you money.
I miss like 50 years ago when these people would just be serial killers instead of doing whatever the this is. She's even got other celebrities seething.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determined in traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Haha, she did a dumb redneck voice, get it? Because all white people are dumb inbred hicks. Good one, Doja. Hey, by the way, why are you pandering to the same exact people who got your ass canceled for wearing a Sam Hyde shirt once? They all...
I'm glad that was... I hate Doja Cat. I hate the name. But,
I think you're racist too, girl, but nice try. Hope they see this.
Doja Cat is making fun of Sydney Sweeney's ad only because she realized after all those years of her kissing up to white supremacists, they're never going to accept her because she's a half-black woman. Wearing the Sam Hyde shirt, you dating all these white supremacists. So make fun of the ad all you want, but we'll never forget you rolling around in those chat rooms showing white supremacists your feet so they can make fun of your black ass.
Oh, they did see it, and they still hate you.
Weird. Justice was served.
Adverts aside about how the best genes are characterized in a conventionally attractive white, blonde, blue-eyed woman. Not true, I mean, look at me. Within 5 years, or as soon as she shows any sign of aging, that's it. The moment she becomes visibly over 25.
Enjoy the ride now, babe, before you get too old and ugly and hit the wall. But wokely. This is just something I've noticed in the decade of criticizing feminism on the internet. Male feminists are the most misogynistic, sexist freaks ever when they finally have an acceptable, approved target to go after. God forbid you are a woman with the incorrect opinion, because hell hath no fury like a male feminist replying to you.
I mean, guys, shut the fuck up. It's not our fight. Stop just blatantly agreeing to get some bottom and other stuff like, shut up. You're ruining the world.
Strawberry blonde, blue-eyed woman, marketing, having great genes.
Hey, at least he didn't call her true blonde, which is what a lot of people are doing, which is why a lot of people are getting their argument called false, or how this argument's called false is because she's not really a blonde person. She's dirty blonde, and that would not have been accepted. I don't know. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
This is just a whole fucking eugenics campaign, and I, for one, would like to throw myself off a balcony.
Do it. Do it.
She's so quick. I can't beat her. She might be my other spirit animal. I might be like Indian at culture, and she's going to be the top of the totem pole. Is that there's a word for what I just said? Procuring. I don't know. It was something about braids back in the day.
Backflip, live stream it. Also, these people just straight up don't know what the eugenics movement is. Talking about genetics is not eugenics. Sydney Sweeney did not say she had the best genes or superior genes or that other people had bad, inferior genes. Someone even made it like a fake ad, like Beyonce has better genes, and it's like...
Beyonce is fucking ugly. I said it. Cancel me if you want. Get in the comments.
Why'd you pick the picture where she has like a blonde wig on?
This campaign is poking at women's greatest and most tender insecurity under the patriarchy, which is desirability in the beauty standard. It affects not only non-white women, even though this is clearly white supremacist, Aryan race propaganda, but it also adversely affects the majority of white women who do not naturally have blonde hair and blue eyes. Because yes, even the women who can achieve this look have to do it through artificial means in one way or another. The vast majority of white women are not naturally blonde. And of course, lots of white women are also insecure about having brown.
I didn't mean to pause, but like, she's on point. Like, scary on point.
Eyes. So that's a whole generation of young white women who are being further propagandized to purchase blonde hair dye and contacts for the rest of all time.
Okay, what? Are attractive...
But she lost it at that last part.
women just not allowed to model anymore because, like, God forbid it makes some other women insecure. And as someone with brown eyes, I've never once felt insecure about having brown eyes. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into Hyperborea, but I've seen myself photoshopped with blue eyes. Horrifying. So.
Oh.
Brown eyes. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into Hyperborea, but I've seen myself photoshopped with blue eyes.
I mean, those blue eyes are gorgeous, but yeah, that just that looks unnatural.
Horrifying. So we've gone from Nazi propaganda to genocide to racism to now poor little girls are gonna feel insecure because they don't have blue eyes like Sydney Sweeney.
Welcome to being a child in school and being bullied for not being the prettier, most liked person. Like, oh God. I hate helicopter parents.
Thing about the Sydney Sweeney beauty standard that is very important to note is that big boobs are a hallmark of what conservative men are attracted to. At the end of the early 2000s and through the 2010s, we were becoming a more progressive society, and so we also naturally progressed to be more ass-centric society.
In the 2000s,
yeah, because everybody became assholes. That's how we became ass-centric. It's never been about butts and boobs, just for the record.
we're becoming more progressive, so we started objectifying women's butts. What? The communist?
That was justified. We went from objectifying you up top to down below. So now we even look you less in the eye. Which apparently is a better way to do it.
Utopia will be ass-centric, apparently. I didn't know the ass versus thing was political. How does she know conservatives are all boob men? Conservatives in the audience, are you a boobs or butt guy? What political affiliation are the feet men? Libertarians.
She's making a joke, but I think she's correct. Like, there is, like, based on your tastes, it's been kind of proven, tested, at least it was in the 90s, early 2000s when I was in high school. Yes, I'm dating myself. Where, like, your political beliefs also aligned with, like, your taste in women and stuff. It was weird how accurate that was back then. But now nobody can make up their mind for them damn selves, so who knows if that's still true.
Listen, they can try to disguise it with their little intersectionality buzzwords all they want, but at the end of the day, women just want a socially acceptable reason to hate other women. That's it.
Yeah, it's called being a woman. Women naturally hate other women. It's been like that. That's like wars have been fought over women because of women. I mean, look at the Odyssey, the Iliad, like Troy. Just
Good genes passed on to offspring. That American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is literally overt eugenics. I know you don't want to hear this, but if you want to talk about how that ad is promoting eugenics, which it absolutely is, we also have to talk about how choosing not to wear a mask when you can during an ongoing pandemic because you're okay with a certain subset of people, primarily disabled people of color, dying for your own comfort is also eugenics.
First off, people of color were no more at, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, a disadvantage than white people or other people. Like, all disabled people were at the exact same disadvantage as other disabled people with the same disability. Oh, and let's not forget, you know, the fact that 20-year-olds were dying.
1 second. "2025. We are talking about wearing masks for COVID in 2025. I like how she's woke scolding the other woke scolds for not woke scolding about her particular pet issue. COVID broke the brains of so many of these people, man. It's because
Yes, it did. I did not believe in going house crazy, stir crazy, whatever it is, like when you stay at the home, that crazy, until COVID, when I got sick and caught it twice and had to stay home for like 3 weeks each time. And I couldn't go to a job that I fucking hated.
in the world was just a giant safe HR longhouse where it was socially acceptable for them to be moral busybodies and never leave their home. It was like the closest to their lib shit utopia that we have ever gotten, and they miss it.
I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting.
Listen, I'm sorry that happened to you, but we live in a predominantly white country. If you go to another country, there will be a different beauty standard. If you go to the country of your ancestors, there will be a different beauty standard, and maybe it will look more like you. But again,
I mean, Shoe's right on this. Like, that's exactly the fact. Like, there are different beauty standards in different countries. And the fact of the matter is we got Pamela Anderson, the blonde bimbo who wore Daisy Dukes in the Dukes of Hazzard reboot. I forget her name. Like, both of them were put up as like the idea. Britney Spears, like, I mean, fuck, half the Backstreet Boys were blonde hair, blue-eyed at one point. I'm just saying, like, that's just how America's been for a while.
He didn't say her jeans were better or the best, and it's not like all the hot popular celebrities look like Sydney Sweeney. Look at Ana de Armas, look at Zendaya. They don't.
Okay, Ana de Armas, not attractive. Zendaya. Depends on the day for me.
Anything like Sydney Sweeney, and they are known as very beautiful around Hollywood. This is why corporations in the media think in order to pander to the female gaze, everything has to be like average and frumpy and ugly, because women can't stop fucking projecting their insecurities. Not every character in a movie or a video game has to look like you. Not everyone in an ad has to look like you. Hell, the only time I see people who look like me is when I turn on the live-action Grinch movie. You notice men never say this shit, by the way? They usually go like, wow, that man is strong. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go to the gym. And women are like, wow, that woman is thin. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go complain.
What makes Sydney Sweeney's jeans better? Like, why did you get that joke? All us woke people are saying is that it's just a little bit weird to directly reference European jeans as better.
Again, she never.
How did European get in this? Which would totally be off-brand considering it's called American Eagle.
Said that her jeans were better. You are making shit up.
Now, when you think of the all-American girl, like the standard of like American beauty, you probably think blonde hair, blue eyes, white girl, right? You're not supposed to think that way.
You're not supposed to think that way, guys. That's double plus ungood.
That's ingrained in you because of negative things that have been pushed on you by society.
When you think about the all-American.
No, that's because that's what they teach in the schools. Let's just call a spade a spade.
When you should be thinking about an obese, transgender, disabled woman or something. What would be an acceptable vision of the American woman for this person? It's insane she's saying that we think Sydney Sweeney is hot because of negative things that have been pushed on us by society. No, we have eyes. And just because she is attractive does not mean you are also not attractive. Look at your full lips. That is a standard of beauty I'll never live up to. That's okay, because I have other things that are beautiful and unique about me, just like you have other things that are beautiful and unique about you, regardless if Sydney Sweeney is held up as the American beauty standard. These are lessons.
Shoe really puts herself down. I hope she doesn't truly feel that way and it's just like trying to get a point across, because like there ain't nothing wrong with them lips. And don't change the eyeliner thing. It really works for you. Just saying. Yes, I know you're married.
Mother should have taught you. Not a YouTuber. Sydney Sweeney's ad shows a cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Boo! A white woman. Oh, the fucking author is white. I hate these people, man. Shut up. Shut up. It's one thing when it's like a non-white person talking about how white people suck. It's like, okay, you're just racist. But when it's a white person talking about white people suck, you need to be ground up into a pulp and fed to livestock. You would honestly be more useful that way. Ads are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Popular American culture is, indisputably, becoming more puritanical and more conservative.
Half that statement's true. Like the ads are always kind of going to where society is at that moment in time. It's just how it is. You pander to the majority. That, again, that's a business tactic. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about business. Like, it sucks, but you do what sells.
Puritanical, the focus of the ad was her tits and ass. This is not at all a conservative, puritanical ad. Have you seen what the puritanical right thinks of Sydney Sweeney? They think she's a whore, okay? They think she's a whore. The backlash has been swift and fierce, and some of it, at least if you ask me, is fair. The internet has been quick to condemn the advertisement as non-inclusive at best. Non-inclusive? Why the f does everything have to be inclusive? It's a commercial with one f***ing person in it. Sweeney exudes a source of vintage sexiness that caters to the male gaze. She embodies the near mythological girl next door beautiful but low maintenance sexy femininity that dominated the media in the 1990s and early 2000s.
Oh, almost like what I said earlier. Like I figured she would hit on that, but it's like, I don't do research. I get my shit off of YouTube and people who actually do research, like Shoe0nHead. And like, as somebody who grew up during that time, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. You're telling me that's fascism? Waiter, more fascism, please. What the f? It's just so funny, like, the left is currently losing their mind about how, like, they need to get young men to vote for Democrats again. And here they are, like, blondes with big E's are fascism. Listen, the alt-right pipeline does not start with the American Eagle ad. It starts with you. What are you doing? This is not at all a conservative far-right ad. It's just a normal ad that would have ran like 15 years ago. But I guess that's what being far-right is nowadays. Being normal from 15 years ago. I love this random part of the article, though. Young women are being radicalized through so-called clean skincare and healthy eating. So
clean skin care and healthy eating was like what was preached to us as teenagers. Neutrogena, the fucking acne people, I mean, shit, we were preached Visine because we wore contacts. Like, oh,
Is hot people eating healthy and having clean skin. Goebbels himself could not make better propaganda. Literally, as I am editing this video, the New York Times comes out with this opinion piece, Why the Right is Obsessed with Thinness. I would really, really appreciate if people stopped equating health and beauty to fascism, because if health and beauty are fascism, what is unhealthiness and ugliness?
What's our military? Because the military prioritizes health and fitness over everything. I'm just going to leave that there.
A big part of socially progressive ideology is dismantling hierarchies and norms and challenging what society sees as conventional, traditional, and beautiful. A really good example of this was those statues that were put up like all over different cities of like a frumpy woman in leggings. And the artist says like the purpose of these was to like challenge conventional beauty standards. And it's like, imagine looking like one of these women and then hearing like, oh yeah, this was put up to challenge beauty. Like, what do you mean by that? Remember the whole body positivity movement like 10 years ago? Remember like all the fat influencers? Remember when every single ad was like this ad, for example? Calvin Klein's latest underwear campaign is breaking big boundaries. Big boundaries? Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean by that? While fashion is starting to seriously consider creating more inclusive environment for consumers, there is still a huge mountain to climb before it is truly considered diverse. Huge mountain? No, that's just mean.
She's so good. I was thinking the same thing. But yeah, remember how I mentioned the body positivity movement? And all that, and how, see, it, And
that's why Calvin Klein, probably the most famous name associated with underwear, just launched a groundbreaking campaign. Groundbreaking? Oh, come on now. The campaign is all about feeling free to express yourself, being uninhibited, and being provocative by challenging the norms we see on a regular basis. See? Challenging norms. It's all about challenging norms. This reminds me of that protein world controversy from 2015. Old heads will remember. I wrote an article about it for the Libertarian Republic. Wow, that was a long time ago. But anyway, a billboard with this ad for a protein powder supplement was put up and people lost their fucking minds. They vandalized it, they threatened to get a bunch of the employees fired, they threatened to go where the company was located with hammers, all because they committed the great crime of body shaming by daring to have a thin, attractive woman on their ad. This ad made other companies come out with their own like little virtue signaling things like passive aggressive, like everybody is ready. Like every fashion magazine, every beauty magazine was pumping this out at the time, just fat, 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 fat. The rise of like Tess Holiday and the hashtag F your beauty standards.
I feel so bad for those tattoos. If that person ever decided to lose weight and no longer like their body. Like, if you like your body, be you. Like, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but like, not everybody likes their, what? Okay, no, okay. Well, that, One of the articles in it, though, there was a word I was surprised that was allowed on there.
Oh my god, you could not escape this. Also, suspiciously, body positivity only seemed to mean obese women. But yes, everywhere you looked, it was like fat, fat,
That's
fat,
true.
and everyone was like, yes, queen.
That's very true, because like we just now started getting into the era of the dad bod, and it's only because of people like Leo DiCaprio and other people like no longer giving a shit.
Well, now we live in Ozempic world, and the fat acceptance movement seems to have died. Like many of the fat influencers, unfortunately. And these same types of people are like crashing out about the Sydney Sweeney ad because they really do feel like all the work they have done to like socially engineer people's behavior and preferences has been just like destroyed overnight. Who would win? Decades of propaganda? One big booby girl. I wrote in the
Oh, my money's on the big booby girl.
Old article, I can't say I'm too surprised at the backlash towards this model's body. We are living in a world where instead of striving to better ourselves and live a healthy lifestyle, praising obesity and unattractiveness is becoming the norm. Well, Shoe0nHead from 10 years ago, you will be happy to hear that it seems like it's no longer the norm. Because apparently not just American Eagle, but like Dunkin' Donuts and Arby's are using hot people in their ads.
Is that Sophie? Go Sophie.
Again, is the culture truly healing, or are we about to go into a deep financial recession? Questions we should be asking. Angry Reddit freaks also doxed Sydney, looking through her voting records and found out she is a registered Republican. One of the most common things I saw about this were how, like, all the women getting mad about Sydney Sweeney were ugly.
Just to, actually, that's perfect. Like, when I signed up to vote at 18, I was a Republican. Mainly because I was terrified of my best friend's dad. But we had an issue with our law enforcement where I lived at, and my best friend's dad was running for sheriff directly against the running sheriff, who was also Republican. So I wanted to be able to vote in that primary to help support my best friend's dad. Later, I went independent, and then I was going to stay independent. And then the first set of elections for Trump came out. There was a Democrat by the name of Andrew Yang, who I still support greatly. And believe he knows what is right and would do wonders for our country. I wish he would run again and keep running until he wins. But like some people may just, I'm not saying like this is the true norm. This is just for me, but like if I pay attention to the political movement, I'm going to change my party so I can vote in those primaries to try and boost whoever it is that I actually stand behind. So like if Johnny Depp was to run for governor of Florida and he decided to run as the yellow party, I'm going to swap to the yellow party to make sure he can get up there or whatever. Like unless like he's part of an open primary, which I think is the Republican Party that does open primaries like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just saying, like, not everybody just goes red or blue. They go based on whoever it is they truly support because they want to support that person. That's all I'm saying.
She's a registered Republican. One of the most common things I saw about this were how, like, all the women getting mad about Sydney Sweeney were ugly, and I don't think that's true. There were some, like, pretty people in there. But I got onto this topic that I see all the time, and that is, why are liberal women so ugly? Leftists are ugly, conservatives are hot, which is not true, by the way. I was at January 6th, okay? But for the most part, stereotypes exist for a reason, right? Conservatives are, well, conservative with the way that they present themselves. They tend to follow norms and beauty standards, which is why, for example, the media called Hassan a, quote, progressive in a MAGA body. And
oh God, I hope she's not about to fucking glaze him. And I hope I use that term right because I don't know y'all's terms. But like, I can't stand him. I hate him. And my mom taught me to not speak ill of the dead. I'm gonna leave it at that.
So many women on dating apps nowadays are looking for a man who votes Democrat but looks like a Republican. Everyone is aware of the stereotypes. And with leftists, you know the stereotype, like the overweight, blue hair, nose ring. They're not all ugly, of course, but many...
I will say I've only found like 3 women attractive with that septum piercing. I can't stand it. I think it just makes everybody ugly, even men.
Purposely make themselves look ugly, because being ugly is saying f you to the man. Marcel Duchamp's art piece, Fountain, which was literally just a urinal, was a f you to art institutions and classical ideas of beauty. Those f-ass ugly concrete block brutalist buildings are another example.
Okay, the urinal thing I think is funny and cool as fuck. I love these weird ass buildings though. I'm scared for thunderstorms and earthquakes and shit like that, but like I think they're cool. Like I would love them.
Brutalism emerged after World War II as a post-war modernist style, in part created as a f you to the classical architecture.
Like, that building right there is just awesome looking, in my opinion.
Created by, drumroll, the Nazis. Now think of those concrete buildings and the urinal and apply it to broader society. Basically, the blue hair and nose ring is a f you to, well, Sydney Sweeney. Hitler existed, so now everything has to be fat and ugly. Sorry. I don't know why so many on the left want to give the concept of beauty and health to the right, but it is not a winning strategy. Listen, I just want everyone's basic needs met, alright? I don't want people going in debt if they get into a car accident, or be homeless, or get sent to foreign wars. I didn't sign up for this stupid shit. It is funny though how like every time Sydney Sweeney is on camera, there's like a right-wing article like, woke is dead. Wokeness is no match for Sydney Sweeney's undeniable beauty. Are Sydney Sweeney's breasts double D harbingers of the death of woke?
They could be. There's a lot of people who are like, this is the chick, this is who I want, this is the, like, I don't understand it, but this is what they're doing.
That girl right about conservatives being boob guys? She might have been right after all. Honestly, this doesn't really make sense because, like, the left are the ones trying to normalize porn and, like, OnlyFans culture and stuff like that. If anything, there is too much boobs everywhere. We need to calm down a bit. But when it comes to Sydney...
She's right. She's right. Like, I think banning porn was, like, the only good thing that's come out. Like, and it sucks, too, because it's like, leave that there.
Like classical bombshell beauty. Like, I kind of get where they're coming from. Sydney Sweeney is a hot white woman who does not mind catering
I hate those shoes.
To the male gaze after we had a decade of hearing about how the male gaze is bad and toxic. A decade of hearing about...
They didn't even fit. They didn't even fit.
Catering to the male gaze after we had a decade of hearing about how the male gaze is bad and toxic.
Look at that. They don't even wear shoes that fucking fit. There's like a foot left on that shoe before that heel comes back.
A decade of hearing about how white people are bad and toxic. A decade of ugly, angry, fat androgyny seeping its way into everything and anything. When people say Sydney Sweeney is anti-woke, I don't even think they mean politically. I think they just mean like Sydney Sweeney is like looking into a time portal back to 1992. A time when porn addiction wasn't such a big issue. Every woman didn't show her hole online for $5. Hookup apps didn't exist. It's like a bunch of millennials and zoomers are longing for a time they never experienced. But yes, this is...
Yeah, because it was a better time. Friends were friends, people were people. You trusted your neighbor next door. You know, like overall society was better. Overall. Like, yeah, there's some shit that like shouldn't come back. But like overall.
A cultural shift, but not necessarily a conservative one. Just a return to like normalcy, a return to normal Americana consumerism. In 2065, conservatives are going to be like posting people twerking like, return! These same TikTok freaks who are attacking Sydney Sweeney have been sounding the alarm about this cultural shift for some time now. And we see a bunch of celebrities embracing like looking normal and healthy again. Like Demi Lovato is a perfect example of this. She was an obese, short hair, walking stereotype, crying about a frozen yogurt place, daring to sell sugar-free frozen yogurt.
I walked in, was so triggered that I left without froyo.
To now being skinny and healthy and married, and even making a
Now, I will say Demi was like one of the weird ones, in my opinion. Like, granted, she had her own demons, which she's recently addressed, but Demi is one of the later ones. Selena is another one who has fought with body image problems, and like she went the other way, not saying like she's fat or overweight, but like she went from dealing with the whole overly skinny anorexia thing to like now she's got some weight on her bone, she's healthy, she's happy. So like, I mean, it goes both ways. Like, I'm not saying anything against that.
Dancing happily in that same frozen yogurt place.
The singer returning to the scene of the crime Wednesday, poking fun at herself on her social.
That's part of the reason these people are freaking out and saying like fascist aesthetics, because they know the chokehold they have had on culture is losing its grip. Inshallah. Once Sam Smith goes back to being normal, that's when I know the culture is healing. Thankfully, American Eagle did not bend the knee and did not apologize to the Horde. In fact,
I don't know what that thing was, but I don't want to see it again. That was scary.
They doubled down. Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. Wait a minute. Her genes, her story. HH. Uh-oh. Now, I can sit here and say the obvious, like, these corporations just want to pander to you, they just want to sell you like, yeah, obviously. But have you considered, it's good when corporations pander to me, personally? I just realized so much of American political discourse is, like, around f***ing corporations and ads. The Gillette commercial, Bud Light, Protein World. There are so many examples. Like, it's just crazy how so much of our politics revolves around consuming things. I will buy blue team product. I will buy red team product. Bleak. In conclusion, we are tired of ugly. There's hot people in ads again. The white woman is back, baby. Let's go. 500 trillion more to Israel. Nobody can afford a fucking house. World is run by pedophiles, but woke is dead, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. So if you like this video, please subscribe and maybe donate to me on Patreon. Link down below. All Patreon members get the uncensored version of every single video a day early. So you get to hear all the fucks and shits uncensored. If you can't or don't want to do that, there's also a little tip jar down below. You can leave a little tip and I will give it a little heart. It helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out. Link down below. And I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye.
So yeah, there were some things I was wondering if she was going to bring up, like there were a bunch of people saying, oh, now do a brown woman, do an Asian woman and stuff like that. I didn't see, like that wasn't in there, but it was like, actually, no, all the ones I said never even brought up Asian woman. They said do black and brown. And I'm like, what about the Asians? Are you saying Asians aren't beautiful? Like I really wanted to go after them for that, but I didn't have the time, patience, or willpower to just force myself through that depressive fit. But yeah, like it's literally, it's all about consumerism these days because money's what makes America go. And unfortunately, that's what it is. Like pander to me, like she said, that's what it's about, pandering to those people. So appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll have a link to the original video in the description below. So thank y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye.